Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Dambulkar. In this video, we will see how to define parameters in TestNG.xml file and also we will see how to use these parameters in our test cases. Now see, so this is our TestNG.xml file. This is suite, right? And inside this suite, we have two test modules, right? This is one test module and this is another test module, right? And this is closing suite tag. Now see, we want to define one parameter. So see how to define it. For that purpose, we have to use this tag parameter name is equal to, we can give name to this parameter. Suppose I am giving this URL. Then we'll set some value for this. Value is equal to, suppose I am giving my website name www.comreo.com. Now see, and this is closing parameter tag. Now see, by this we have defined one parameter in our TestNG.xml file. Now see, here we are defining outside all test modules, right? Or outside all test folders, right? So this parameter will be applicable to this test. Also, it will be applicable to this test, right? So when we are defining parameter outside any test modules or outside of all test modules, then it is applicable to all the tests, right? So in this way, we have defined one parameter here in this case, URL. This is the value of this URL, right? For example, see in C++ language, we have variable and we have value for that. For example, integer is equal to 5. So similar to this is variable and this is the value. Now see, we can also define this parameter inside any test. For example, see, suppose I want to define this parameter inside any test. So I can do like this. See, I can define like this. Now see, here I have defined this parameter inside this test module, right? So now I can use this parameter inside this test module only. When we are defining outside this test module, so it will be applicable to the all the test module. But when we are defining this parameter inside any test module, so it will be applicable to that test module only. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll keep it outside only. Okay, so now it is applicable to the all the tests. So extra space I am removing. Okay, now see, so this thing we have done. Okay, we have defined parameter inside the TestNG.xml file. Now question is how to use this parameter inside our test case. So see, we'll do one thing. So in program 1.java, suppose we want to use inside this test case. Now see how to use it. For that purpose, we have to use one annotation. Add parameters. P should be capital. Now see, in round bracket, inside that, in curly bracket, here you have to write the name of that parameter. So our name of the parameter is URL, right? So likewise, you have to define it. Now see, by this, see what we are doing, whatever the parameter that we have mentioned here, same parameter name here we are mentioning. What is the meaning of this? We want to use this parameter inside this test case, right? Now see, but how we will use it inside this method? See, here by this we are mentioning we want to use this parameter inside this test case, but how we will use it? So for that purpose, here we have to mention one parameter name. So see, likewise you can mention string and any variable name you can give, my URL, something like this. Okay, this is the name that we have given. Okay, so this value will get allocated to this string. And see, suppose we want to print that value. So SYSO control space enter. And suppose here I am mentioning this my URL. Okay, so this value I want to print. Now see, it is showing red line. So we'll import package for this. So see, it is showing two options, right? But always import parameters from the org.testng.annotation. Because see, anyhow we are using TestNG framework, so whatever the packages that we have to import, that should be from TestNG library only. Okay, so we are importing this package. Okay, so it is done. Now see, we will run our code. So testng.xml, right click on it, run as testng suite. Okay, so see, we'll check output. So see, after this admission login, we got this www.comodo.com, right? So from where we got this value for this my URL that we have defined in this XML file, right? XML file that we have defined. Now see, so here we have used only one variable, but one parameter. But in case suppose we have multiple parameters, in that case, how to define it? So see, here we can repeat this line. See, we'll do one thing. Okay, so name something. Suppose I'm mentioning this key, and suppose I'm mentioning some value here, like this 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is the parameter and this is the value. Okay, and here I want to use it. So see how to use it. Comma, in double quote we have to mention this key. Okay, so same name we have to give. So see here we have mentioned this key, so same thing, same name here we are mentioning. Now see, by the what is the meaning of this? We want to use this URL and key inside the test case, but how we can use it inside our this Java code, because here we are writing Java code, right? So for that purpose, here we have to add one more parameter, string, any variable name we can give. So any object name, because string is class. So we'll do my key. Okay, my key, that name I'm using here, and this name also will repeat. This statement also will repeat. Instead of this my URL, here we'll mention my key. Okay, now we'll run our code. So see, so here this is the URL name and this is the key. Likewise, we can pass parameter from the testng.xml file to our test cases. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.